Hey Virgo, welcome back to the channel. If you are new or a cross watcher, I welcome you as well. Real quick, this will be the last week that you can enter into the drawing for this particular mala bracelet. Just make sure you are subscribed to the channel, hit the like button, and put hashtag Tiger's Eye in the comments. That'll let me know that you are interested in being entered into the drawing for that particular mala bracelet. I will be going live on the 23rd, and I don't know what time yet, but make sure you stay subscribed. I will put a post out on the community tab, and I will let you know what particular time that will be. Okay, Virgo. So we are coming up on the full moon in Libra on the 25th. This will also be a lunar eclipse at the same time. So this full moon will shine light on relationships. And this actual particular cosmic event is going to signal a time to let go of any connections that may have fulfilled their purpose. Okay, so not all relationships are meant to stay in our lives. Quite frankly, most of them are for us to learn and grow and take the lesson on to the next relationship. Some people are meant to stay, but the majority of them are meant to leave. Okay, so I'd like to start out with a Sacred Symbols Oracle card and see where we start with you. Okay, Spirit, tell us about Virgo. Full moon Libra. Tell us about Virgo, please. Full moon in Libra. What do we have for Virgo for this full moon in Libra, please? Okay. So we've got knowledge. Card 34 reduces to the number 7. So the number 7 could be significant. 34 could be significant. You could be gaining knowledge during that time about a particular relationship. This card is basically the Akashic Records. I'll read it to you. Remain teachable. There is new wisdom available to you at this time. This card can signify getting more information before proceeding. It can also signify the presence of an important teacher, or perhaps you are the teacher. And it is the time to share your knowledge and gifts with the world around you. Drawing this card can also indicate a message from your Akashic Records. Seek out more information about the records, or even perhaps learn how to access your own records. For more clarity regarding your query, meditate on this to learn new things, to draw the right teachers into your life. So if you're not familiar with the Akashic Records, the Akashic Records is basically a database out into the universe where all of our thoughts, ideas, everything that we think about leaves our brain, our head, and goes out into, this database out into the world. And us as readers who tap into our intuition, our spirit guides, our internal, I like to say, GPS, we can tap into that and get other people's thoughts, ideas. And so everybody's capable of doing that. And sometimes there will be lessons, which are, they call it karmics, but it's also, can be a teacher. We all have lessons. Relationships come into our lives for reasons. And so Spirit's, saying either you need to get more information before moving forward into a final decision, or there's something more you need to learn, right? So even though, you might be called to let go of a relationship, maybe you need to go another round with this person to learn something that you haven't learned. So, let's go to the Mystic Black Rose Oracle, and let's see if we can get more information about this particular relationship. Tell us about Virgo, please, for this knowledge for the full moon in Libra. Tell us about Virgo, please, full moon in Libra. This knowledge, what is this relationship? Okay, love. Frozen. And we have Ghost. On the side, technically, okay? So, which makes sense, actually, now. So this is somebody that there's a love connection, okay? It's a relationship where it's basically a love union, and right now there's no action, right? It's sort of at a frozen state, and with Ghost on the side, it's like, okay, well, there's a love connection here. There's no action. We're not really speaking. It's kind of like a frame frozen in time to where there was a love union and then it stopped. And it's kind of like, okay, what do we do? What am I going? Am I coming or am I going? Is this a connection that, has someone left me who's ghosted me, or is it a connection where you need to leave this, you need to leave it, or has somebody left you? There's some confusion, and that's why the knowledge is here. That's why Spirit's saying, you need to get more information, because whatever the situation was, it just stopped. It's frozen in time. There is no movement. There's no communication. You don't know why there's no contact or why there's no moving forward. You don't know why maybe someone may have disappeared on you, or maybe somebody's wondering why you disappeared on them. Regardless, more information needs to, be taken into account at this time. So I'm going to get more with the message of love oracle deck. Let's get some more on this before we get into the tarot. So tell us more about this particular situation, please, for Virgo. Tell us more about this situation for Virgo, please. Ooh, too many. holding back. Yeah, that's pretty obvious. Runner. Broken. So I'm being told, because runner, excuse me, runner came out in the reverse. But with these, excuse me, with these oracle cards, you know, it's, yeah, see, I'm getting the chills. So I was like, should I be taking this in the reverse? Should I not? And I should be taking this in the reverse. So, you know, in the upright, it's runner. I don't want to run anymore. It's like coming kind of, instead of running away, maybe it's running back to, is kind of like what I'm feeling here, because that's runner in the upright, but then it's, you know, like everything's frozen. So it's like, okay, somebody's ready for action to take place. They're ready for something to go forward. They're ready to clear up what's being held back. So why is this being frozen? Why are we holding back from each other in this particular union? Because it's broken, which is clear. There's something broken here between you two, even though it's frozen. So it's like, it's not really broken. It's broken, but it's not really broken, right? Because it's frozen. It's almost like, yeah, there's something broken here, but it's frozen because it's like, it's not, somebody's not ready, wasn't ready to deal with it, I think. And now it's okay, you know, this full moon saying it's time to look at this. You can't avoid this. You can't keep something frozen in time. You know, seasons change, right? So winter goes to spring. So spring will start to thaw out anything that's frozen. And so it's just like the seasons. It's something has to give. It can't stay just the way it is with nothing happening, no movement. All right, so let's get into the tarot. Let's get some clarification here. I may need to grab a cough drop too, actually. Pollen's starting to get pretty thick right now here where I'm at. Yeah, hold that. Excuse me, let me grab a cough drop. Okay, Virgo, sorry about that. I am back. Okay. Tell us more about this love connection. That's what I want to start with. What is going on with this love here? Tell us more, please. What is this love? Uh-oh, Seven of Swords. Does this one come out? Karma. Knight of Cups on the side. So this particular love connection that you had, or have, that's frozen, I should say, it was definitely a karmic relationship, because there's a secret that's been kept from you, or take it as it resonates, you're keeping a secret from somebody else, because you've got the Knight of Cups on the side. So I feel like it's kind of like somebody that came in and made you fall in love with them, but they're not really offering you real true romance, I guess, is what I'm feeling here. It was all, for some reason, it wasn't. And you'll notice in the karma card, there's 3 people. And the 7 of Swords, you know, he takes what he can get and he puts it in his bag and he sneaks away. In this particular card, there's like a carnival tent in the background. So it's almost like it was like somebody putting on a show for you, right? With the Knight of Cups on the side. Upright, this is, you know, somebody who's romantic, sensitive, loving, wants to take action and move towards someone to make a love offer. But, you know, the Knight can be somebody maybe a little younger. So this person may have been a little younger than you. And on the side, it's, you know, kind of like psych, you know, I told you I loved you. I made you feel like you were loved. But they've pulled back, right? So it's kind of like, you know, here's that cup. Nope. I'm not getting that cup just yet. So there's a secret here. All right, so let's dig in. Why is this frozen then? Tell us more. Why is this frozen? We have the 4 of Pentacles on the side. Seven of Wands. Ace of Pentacles. It's like somebody they shut down, they've shut their emotions down. And they're holding on, but they're not willing to work to put the time and effort into this, but they're still sort of and that's where the frozen in time comes in. It's like, I'm not really ready to let this go. Kind of like me putting you on pause, right? I'm going to put you on pause, but then I'll come back. I'll unclick the button when I'm ready to come back. You know, kind of like I have to do sometimes, like I had to get a cough drop. And I had to do that. Actually, it's crazy now that I think about it. I had to do that in Libra's reading. So if you have Libra in your chart, or if you're dealing with a Libra, you might want to check that out, because some of these cards came out as well. A few of them came out that are the same. And I had to pause that because there was a dog barking, so I could shut my door. And very rare do I have to put any videos on pause to do something. But for both of you, it's like, yeah, it's like a flash of pause but I don't want to work on it. I don't want to put any effort into this. Well, yeah, but we want to know why. You know, what are we holding back? What are we holding back? Eight of Swords. That came out in Libra's reading as well, but it came out in the reverse. The shadow side, which is the devil in this particular deck. Six of Swords. Oh. So they purposely put this relationship on hold. They were purposely not looking at this relationship and dealing with it because they knew all along that they were going to be moving on away from it. So the Eight of Swords is, you know, it's a mental prison. Somebody put themselves in a mental prison, not wanting to deal or see the fact that they knew that they were going to be moving on, which is a kind of devilish energy, okay? Somebody had, you know, a shadow side, in which was obviously something with this particular relationship where they absolutely knew that they were going to be moving on from it. And I'm feeling that they may have known from the beginning, which is why it's so toxic, you know, to do that to somebody, to know that they don't want to look at the fact that they know that they have to have a secret about holding back. Okay, here's the moon, and that's the actual eclipse that's going to be happening. This card is the full moon, or the moon, I should say, I'm sorry. But they call it the karma card. No, I'm sorry. Justice. Oh my God, excuse me. I was so focused on that moon. This is justice. So this is, yes, during the full moon eclipse, which is what you see in this card, something's going to come to light, and there's 3 people there. That's what was hidden, is that there was another person. This person knew that they were going to be sneaking away the whole time, and that they weren't really going to be offering you their cup of love. With 3 people in this card, there might very well be another person that they were going to be transitioning on with. Or they may have had this person in their life the whole time. And I feel like with the runner in reverse, they were constantly running from this, but now they know they can't run from it. They can't run. Right? You can run for so long, but they always say you can't hide. Well, here comes the full moon with the eclipse. Here comes judgment. Judgment for 3 people, I feel like, and I don't know if you're aware that there's a third person somewhere in here. Now they have to come back and deal with it. Tell me, what were we moving on to? Six of Swords. What were we moving on to? Seven of Pentacles. You better check out Libra. That card came out as well. Page of Wands. The High Priestess. I feel like this person always had passion for somebody that they considered to be the High Priestess, somebody that was extremely intuitive, right? That's, you know, like I said, that's somebody who knows how to tap into the Akashic records already. You know, she's your subconscious mind. And, you know, High Priestess, you know, she knows a lot. She has a lot of knowledge. And I feel like this person was always sticking close with somebody that was extremely intuitive, and they always felt their passion aimed towards it. It was a page, but it was like, they found this person to be extremely exciting. And I feel like this person made them look at their past and what they do wrong. So it's almost like they were mesmerized by somebody who knew them really well, knew their faults, and would call them out on the faults. And for some reason, this almost excites this person, because I think this person makes it a habit of being in Seven Swords energy, of always, you know, being lying and deceptive to see what they can get away with in relationships. And I feel like this other person that's considered the High Priestess is somebody who always called them out on their shit. And it was kind of exciting that someone could actually see through them, is what I'm feeling on. That's what they wanted to transition onto. And it's almost like transitioning on from their toxic behavior of being sneaky and deceptive and seeing what they can get away with in relationships. And it's like this High Priestess is making them focus on their shadow side. And they're almost finding it kind of exciting because it's something they've never had before. They've never dealt with somebody who was able to actually see right through them and what they were doing. And it's like, Virgo, you're not really showing up much in your own reading. It's like your person in this High Priestess is the one that seems to actually be taking over this particular reading right now. So tell us about the broken. Which I feel may be where you are. Yeah, the Six of Pentacles on the side. The Three of Cups. The Ace of Cups. Yeah. So what's going to happen is during this full moon eclipse, this is where you're going to gain knowledge that this particular person, which is, I know it's not the best reading for you, but whoever this person is to you in this connection is actually learning their lessons. You're witnessing somebody who, while you're hurt, you're actually witnessing somebody heal and do what they're supposed to do. They're going to stop this giving and giving to too many people and breadcrumbing people and, you know, leaving them on ghost, right? Freezing the situation, not ending it or not, you know, physically being there to be in that relationship. They're just freezing it. This high priestess that has been in their life or come into their life is teaching them to get out of their toxic ways. Take the blindfold off. See what it is that you're actually doing in these relationships. Stop breadcrumbing to, you know, different friends, people. Stop making people think, or basically it's stop breadcrumbing, take a look at who you actually want to be with, to have that beginning with, to offer the true love union, which is the first card that came out. You know, they want a love union, but they have love unions and then freeze them because they know they're not going to stay. They're going to freeze it, but they know they're not going to come back around and do anything with this. So, tell us what's going to happen with Libra. I'm sorry, not Libra. Virgo. You might, I don't know why I said it. Some of this seems familiar to the Libra. So if you have strong Libra in your chart, check out their reading. So what's gonna happen with Virgo here? Because I don't feel like you're showing up much. I just feel like there's another person that's healing your person. Okay. The Nine of Pentacles. Okay. The World. Okay. The Page of Pentacles. So I feel like you're going to finally receive a message from this person, okay? Because like I said, things can only be frozen for so long, just like seasons. Things are going to have to melt and thaw out. This person's going to come forward with a message, okay? They're going to talk, but it's not emotional. They're not coming in with emotion. This message is going to make you realize you've completed a karmic lesson. That's the knowledge. It's almost like you both are getting knowledge at the same time during this full moon eclipse. You both are going to be tapping into Akashic records, you know, the intuition, your inner GPS. You're going to realize you completed a karmic lesson, and you're going to be the Nine of Wands. You're going to be, the Nine of Pentacles. So you're going to be sitting single, abundant. You'll be sitting in pre-Empress status. So definitely check out the Libra reading I did, because that was related to money, and I was basically telling them that, you know, even while you're together, it's not like you both would have 100,000. It's still split. And it was, you know, don't hold on just for the pentacle, because it looks like the love was lost. And I think this is relating. And this is showing that, you know, if you have Libra in your chart, you as the Virgo will be standing in your power, completing a major lesson in your life that'll put you in the abundant status. You'll be pre-Empress. You will have completed a very important karmic lesson that will put you single, abundant, gorgeous, you know, not needing anybody or anything. And so this will allow for somebody to come in that's going to meet you at your level, because you've completed a level. Now you're pre-Empress, so you can be ready for marriage. I have major chills. You know, you've completed a major lesson here, and you're not walking away without anything. You're going to be walking away single and abundant, which is beautiful. But at the same time, both of you are learning lessons. One's learning not to get into relationships knowing they're not going to stay or stick around, and just walk away and give no closure and just end it, like they can unclick the pause button and come back anytime they want. No, that's not how life works. That's not how people and emotions work. And this person's learning their lesson, and they're learning it because they're dealing with a high priestess who sees right through everybody's bullshit. She's like, I know what you're up to, and I'm going to call your ass out on it. And they're like, whoa, holy smoky. You really just called me out? Ooh, that's kind of exciting. You know what I mean? Like a little boy caught, you know, with his pants down. But it's forcing them to look at their past mistakes, which is good. So both of you are learning lessons. This is actually a good thing. So let's get some final messages for you and wrap this one up. It is hard to do a reading with a cough drop. Apologize for that. What final messages do we have for Virgo? Don't need anything or anyone. It's okay to want. So you don't need each other, right? Don't need for each other, right? It's okay to want. And there was basically a twin flame here that was in toxic energy, and they were not healed, but now we're all witnessing this person heal. So this person was probably a twin flame to the high priestess, because that's usually what happens with twin flame relationships. You can't hide anything from them. They see right through you. That, like, ghost, forget it. Like, they know everything. They feel everything. You're not going to hide anything. And this person was still in toxic, you know, low vibration energy, not learning. But now it's like everybody's witnessing this person face judgment and learn from being, you know, sneaky, lying, and deceitful. And they were probably not meaning to do this in a nasty way. It's just this person had their own personal things they needed to work on. They had stuff from their past that they needed to work on, right? They needed to face and look at. And that's what the high priestess was doing here, because they always knew they were going to move on from these relationships, right? There was going to be rough water because they were going to have to face something about their past that they weren't ready and willing to face. So they always jumped in their boat and took off when the waters started to get too emotional. So it's like this person had, you know, emotional baggage they needed to deal with from their past. So they always knew they weren't going to stick around, because once it started to get too emotional, where, you know, there started to get waves of emotion, they were like, whoop, I'm out of here. I'm jumping in the boat. I'm gone. And it's like I said, I don't think they were doing it to purposely be cruel. This person legitimately had something they needed to work on. And there was something for you as well. But you didn't have the issues this person had, clearly, because twin flames, their lessons are a little deeper. Yeah, gold digger. So it's like just sticking around into the relationship because of like what you could get out of it, right? Because again, you know, here you are with the Page of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles. Like, you're sitting pretty financially. So, you know, it's almost like you both were in this for pentacle reasons, right? Not so much love, because this person was never going to willingly open up their emotions to people. They were always going to shut down at some point, but now they're facing judgment and learning their lessons. So, one more. Know what's ahead, forget what's behind, and beware of what's on the right and left of you. So, Spirit's saying here, you know, keep focusing on your future. Forget what had happened. Like, you learned the lesson, but don't stay into this past, right? Because that way you'll have more abundance coming in your pre-empress status. Now, after this lesson, you're actually going to be ready to approach your person. So always be mindful at what's in the present at that time, okay? Because single and abundant, pre-empress, you know, your person could be ready to come in at any time to love you for you and want to marry you, right? So it's don't keep stuck with what happened here. Take the knowledge and run with it. Take your abundance and run with it, because then that vibration is going to bring in that person that's right for you. And that's what Spirit wants you to be mindful of. Okay, so I hope this was helpful. Much love and light. I will talk to you soon.